All right, hey guys. If you guys hear like loud noises and stuff, it is I have my window open because the weather is so nice that. Oh, hold on. Okay, I turned off my Bluetooth. That should make things better. But yeah, if you guys hear a bunch of noises outside, that's because the weather's too nice to just close the window. So, got the AC, or not? I got the window open. And there we go. We're gonna let it run. Still working on this portrait or this book cover. Trying to figure out if I want to. Just doing the light. Let's turn this on. I still don't have a great idea of how I want it to look. So the last time I was live, we worked through like some of these different ideas. I really liked this one. And I liked this one as well, but I've been coming up with some new ideas since then, so we'll see if maybe those play out. But let me just sketch a little bit. Okay, there we go. I need to clean this. I'm gonna clean this out real quick, and then I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. Sorry, guys. Hey, everyone. Hey, XCat. So I don't have a lot of plans. I'm just gonna go for something. Let's see. I do know what an axolotl is. I do know. There was a science teacher in my school back in like middle school that had axolotl. But I'm not doing not doing requests today. We're just working on a book cover that I need to finish. Trying to get the idea fully settled down. But I do know what they are. Yeah, it's for a book that I'm like getting close to finishing. But I need to figure out what we're doing for the cover. That's always a difficult part for me. Or at least it has been this time. The book is about. It's really about a relationship and these people that get separated through. Um, I guess I should make like a one-liner way to describe the book. But basically, there's like a guy who leaves his wife to go make money. Um, and it's kind of hard to explain off the top of my head right now. But it's like it's like an adventure, romance, drama kind of thing. But this guy leaves his wife to go make money in a different country, and then he finds himself in a slave rebellion. So yeah, that's I guess that's the best way I could describe it. But yeah, I guess I should make like a one line description of the book sometime. I wrote a book a while ago, like a couple years ago. I think it's almost a couple. I think it's 2 years ago now. That I finished the other book. I think I finished it last year, but I wrote it 2 years ago. About a cowboy, and that one was really fun to write. Oh, okay. Now we're getting to the real questions. Now here's the real questions. Top three favorite animals. Um, I generally love all animals, but if I had to say my favorite, I like goats. I think goats are up there. Goats probably are my favorite. So I'd probably say goats number one. Um, Ducks would be number two, and then number three, I guess sheep. I like sheep. Even though I think sheep, well, I guess goats are a little creepy too, but I like goats more than I like sheep. But definitely goats. Goats are top. Goats are number one, I think. Because they're like little dogs, but they're a little more like aggressive and farmy. Maybe dogs would be like a close fourth. Wait, did I put ducks over? Okay, I would put dogs over ducks. Yeah. I like ducks, but not that much. Oops. Put this back over here. Axolotl? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not gonna lie, I think axolotls are a little gross. I'm sorry. I think they're a tad gross. But okay, axolotls, cats. That's fair. That's fair. And then what's a Chucky cat? Or a Chucky duck? What's a Chucky duck? Hi, Marionette. Hi, artwork fan. We need to, yeah, what's a Chucky duck? I'm actually on the verge. I might take the duck one back. I don't know how much I like ducks. She looks a little too happy right now. I think I need to, like, do something to make her a little less. There you go. That's a little more. Oh, chunky ducks. Okay, okay, okay. I haven't really I haven't met a whole lot of ducks. I've been around geese. So I guess that's close, but not really. My day's been okay so far. How's yours been, Marionette? All right, XCap. I'll see you. It was nice talking to you. Need to go darker. Okay, we've done enough work on this face. This is just like a stand-in anyways. I think the Fantastic Four came out, right? So did any of you guys see the Fantastic Four movie? I was thinking about going to see it, but I just haven't been out a whole lot lately. Oh, thanks. This is just like a main character for a book that I'm writing. And I'm trying to finagle it into a cover, but I need to, like, get this little quick drawing down and then we'll see how everything else works. But thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Okay, there we go. Should be good enough for that side. Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard any reviews on it or anything anyone said, but I thought that the trailer looked really good. But I heard a lot of people didn't like the Superman movie. Well, I heard some. I think mostly like artsy people didn't like the Superman movie, but I think DC fans liked the Superman movie for the most part. So who knows? Okay, I'm gonna fade this out a bit over here because I think another character is gonna go right here. So we'll fade that out. Yeah, everyone gives different opinions, you know. You can never really take internet reviewers' words at like movies or anything. Because there's movies I love that people say are like rated a 2 out of 5 or rated like a 3 out of 5. Oh, we got. Okay. I also have like I kind of have a weird taste in movies as well. Like really weird specific movies I love. But then movies that everyone likes I seem to like not really like. Like I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen The Godfather, but I'm not a huge fan of it. But if you look at like any film reviewers, they'll say it's like the best movie ever. Yeah, just talking about some movies. I would say, okay, do you guys have a top 3 favorite movies? Because my top 3 has kind of shifted around lately. My top 3 has definitely shifted a bit. My number 1 all-time movie used to be Rocky. Specifically like Rocky 4. But yeah, another movie came in and kind of took that out of the number 1 spot at least. Horror movies from my childhood. I was always scared of like anything that was even remotely creepy. Like this isn't even a horror movie, but I used to be so scared of the live action Cat in the Hat. Ooh, Wrong Turn. Is that the one? One of my friends showed me that. It's a clip for. Is that the one where it's like really gruesome and people get like cut in half? I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I think is Wrong Turn the one where people get cut in half and they get like shot with bow and arrows and stuff and drilled to fence posts and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of. I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of like gruesome, gruesome things. I saw this movie called Talk to Me. Um, that was a horror movie, but I really only watched it because my older brother convinced me that it wasn't going to be that scary and that it was going to be something that I was just going to love. You mean Coraline or Caroline? Which one? Cause I rewatched Coraline a while ago, but I don't think I really like paid attention to Coraline enough. Let me think. Was there anything? I love Paranorman. I love Paranorman. That was a great movie. Very sad as well. I love Frankenweenie too. Not Frankenweenie too, but Frankenweenie also. I cried when Frankenweenie came out back in the day. Like the cartoon one, the live action, not live action. What's it called? The animated. I don't know what it's called. Stop motion. The stop motion one. I never saw Chucky. Well, I've seen little bits and pieces of it. But the only horror movies I really ever saw were like ones that my brother showed me to try to scare me because I was the youngest. So I saw like The Ring. I saw The Ring with the girl that crawled out the TV. That was terrifying. What else did I see? The Ring was terrifying. I'm trying to think of what other horror movies I saw as a kid. Can't think of any other ones. By DA. By D. Oh my goodness, The Exorcist. How could I forget? Oh my goodness, The Exorcist tormented me. Oh my goodness, I was so scared. Okay, yeah. Okay, now I'm starting to remember. Like ruined. It ruined me. The Exorcist. Sorry, The Exorcist was one. It. My brother showed me it. It was terrifying. And then what else? But yeah, The Exorcist really absolutely terrified me. Because I was always scared of like religious stuff and like anything like that with like demonic or religious really takes me for a loop. But I don't really watch horror movies nowadays. I'm just not. Hey, Adonis. Yeah, my older brother used to show me stuff like that and just ruin my days. Just absolutely abuse me and make me watch Pennywise and all kinds of scary stuff. Yeah, the religious stuff is really scary. It's really scary. Especially like if you tie it into like your real life and like you start to yeah, it can get a little too much, I think. But yeah, I'm not a scary movie person. There's a new scary movie coming out. I'm pretty sure. Are you guys interested in that? How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That was a good movie. I remember I went to go see the Wait, was Tyler the Creator in a Grinch movie, or was that am I having a mental hallucination? I think Tyler the Creator it was in one of the Grinch movies or something like that. I don't know, but I went to go see that a long time ago. But did that happen? Yeah, I haven't seen the Grinch in a while. Hoodwinked? Is that like a popular movie? Do a lot of people know about that? Over the Hedge. I don't even really remember Over the Hedge, like what the story was about with Over the Hedge. But no, I'm not really a movie theater person or a horror movie person. Only if I get conned into it. That's like one of the only ways I'll go to a horror movie is if I'm tricked into it. Yeah, I was tricked into seeing Talk to Me. I was mentally manipulated into watching that movie. I was taken for a ride. I was sold. I was sold a story about the movie Talk to Me. And then when I got in theaters, I literally cannot like. The way I felt when I was watching that, I'm like, okay, I could have sworn I was holding out hope that there was gonna be a twist ending, or there was gonna be something that I was like, I was missing. But no, it was just, yeah, I was told that there was gonna be something I was gonna really like in that movie. So I'm waiting there the whole time. I'm wondering, you know what? This is like, I've been terrified. I've had to close my eyes like 4 times, but I'm gonna stick it out because I know the person that told me this isn't gonna lie to me. So I stuck it out and I watched the whole movie alone. And yeah, it never came. The movie that was supposed to be good never came. The Nun, or saying when you were younger, you used to scream a lot for movies? I think I missed something. Yeah, I guess that's a good part. I never saw the online gore. Um, hmm. Let me think. I mean, I really like Igor. Like that was an old kids movie. I think it was like an old B-level kids movie. If you guys have ever seen Igor, yeah, that was kind of an interesting one. But no, I guess I've never really. The Wind. Oh my goodness, the Wendigo. Okay, Marionette, have you ever seen this thing called Lost Tapes? There used to be an old show back in like the early 2000s or mid 2000s called Lost Tapes. And essentially the whole purpose of this show was to like make kids truly believe that like horrifying things were real. And yeah, we used to watch them, not of my own volition, and just believe that all this crazy stuff was happening. Ghosts. I feel like, you know what? As scared as I was as a kid, I was never really scared of ghosts. I don't think, because I just like felt like they weren't real. I just like never believed that they were real. I just never really believed in ghosts, so I never really like. It didn't strike me that much. But like any little creature that was like in the world, or like like a lizard man, or like a mermaid or werewolves or like any kind of like Native American monsters and stuff, I was convinced. So those things scared me. Honest, how are you scared of ghosts? Honest. Um. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I had a lot of phases of being scared of different things. Hey, if you believe in leprechauns, that's your prerogative. Like, that's okay. I have things that well, I don't believe in them, but I'm still like, they still give me pause. Like mermaids. Oh my goodness. I know they're not real, but when I step in water, I still like have like a second and third thought. It's really just because of that Animal Planet documentary. You did not, Adonis. I don't think you were scared of the Slender Man, Adonis. The proportions are all messed up, but I'm just trying to get the composition right. Slenderman. I never believed in Slenderman either. That just was never in my mind of things to be scared of. I was more scared of like ISIS. Like I remember being scared of like getting abducted by like ISIS or that's what I was scared of back when I was younger. And clowns and stuff, but I was scared of like being abducted. I was scared of like getting caught by like gangs. Even though we lived in a non-gang area, but I was just that's the kind of stuff I was worried about. I've never had a ghost experience though. I'm not asking for one either. So I'm not asking for if the world heard that, I'm not asking for a ghost experience, but I'm just saying I'm yet to really feel a ghostly presence. Although one time I did have, well, actually it's been twice now. Um, it's been twice now that I've had like sleep paralysis, and that's like the closest I've ever felt to like a ghostly thing. But even that wasn't ghostly; it was just weird. Just really uncomfortable, but not really like ghostly. Well, the first time it did feel a little like not demonic, but the first time I had it, it did feel like creepy. But the most recent time actually was last night, and it didn't really feel like scary. It was just more like uncomfortable and just a little stressful. Have you guys ever had sleep paralysis? Okay, I just want to just put the title in real quick. I like this setup. Well, we need to move her head down, but I like this setup. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna give him like a little, whatever, his little skirt thing. Whatever he's wearing. Real quick, put that down here. Oh my goodness, the deep ocean is terrifying. Yeah, that's terrifying. Even though there's not that much, I guess, to be scared of in the ocean. I guess there's like sharks and stuff. But I think for the most part, just like jellyfish, right? We're just like random little ugly fish that swim around. We need to do this. We need to do another one of these. So I'm gonna put this over here. But yeah, I grew up with this documentary about mermaids that really made me terrified. So that's my like deep waters fear. All right, let's do this again. We're gonna do a little smaller this time. I'm gonna plan the locations out a little better this time. In the original idea, for this I had her head like here, and then I had him like over here. So she was looking back at him like this with the nose and the mouth. And he would be like that. But I kind of like... Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. I actually don't know how YouTube live streams work anymore, because they have this thing where you can say hi or whatever. I don't know how this works. They have these top... I don't know how any of this works, but it's okay. We're just moving on. But I like her being over here. I like her being over here and then him being over there. So I'm going to draw just a quick... We need to do the title. So we know how much space we're working with. And then her head is going to be like... that much space. I like the idea of like giving her kind of a vignette of her like chest and shoulders, but I don't know. I guess we could just do it like this. And then see what's going on. If we're back on the movie thing, I have not a lot of horror movies that I like, but I really like old movies. Oh, there's lag? Here, is there still lag? Let's see. I hope the lag is gone. Maybe that helped, I'm not sure. But I have a lot of old movies that I really like. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on the woods. I'm gonna look up expressions real quick, just so I can see where to put her eyes or her eyebrows. I'm gonna close the window. I'm trying to find something that will show like where to put her eyebrows. Low, maybe. There we go. I think she looks kind of worried, kind of sad, kind of. Oh, like the screen gets stuck? I'm sorry about that. I don't know how to fix it. It might just happen every now and again. Okay, I need to find another reference for the hair. It's always hard because I feel like there's like really two versions of curly hair. And the first one, I guess I can do a little like, well, not two, I guess like three really. The first one, we'll get it 1, 2, 3. The first one is where it's like, you know, people have like this kind of hair where it's like classic curly. If you look up curly hair, I'll probably show you something like that. But then there's also one where it's like, I guess this is called wavy, I guess. I don't want that one either. I want something that's like in the middle of these two, where it's like, you guys want a haircut too, just for fun. I want something where it's like kind of like a mess. I don't even know how to really describe it. I want something more like this where it's like kind of a mess and all over the place. So you know what I realized? I just skipped over when you said you live with ghosts. I just like let that slide as if that's like a okay, normal occurrence. Are you okay with living with ghosts, or is this something that you are trying to change? Or? See, I don't know what that would like. I always imagine, I think it's with aliens as well. If tomorrow morning, like, some definitive evidence came out and the world said, like, okay, ghosts are real, there's clear 100% evidence, undeniable. I don't know, like, what that would do for me. Not that it would, like, do anything for me, but it's like that would be big news. Like, I don't know how you go on with life. Now it's like realizing if ghosts 100% were real. And I think the same thing with aliens. Like, if tomorrow morning NASA like had literal a photo of like a bipedal like something on Mars is running around screaming, I don't know what I would do. Like, I think that would change the way I think about everything. I'm trying to look for these hairstyles, but they're kind of tricky. This one's kind of... Here, I'll grab the photo. This one's kind of close. Let's see. That hairstyle is kind of close, so maybe we'll do something like that. Okay, let's see. The only thing is, which side do I really want to have, like... So we could have this side over her face. Let's do a little quick thing. Let's see. We could have this side be over her face. And it'd be like this. Or we could have like that. This side over her face, and it'd be like this. Kind of like this one better. Any phobias? Let me think. Do I have any phobias? Not really. I don't think so. I don't think... Do you? I mean, I have things that I really don't like. But a lot of that is like with... like obsessive compulsive type ideas. Not really like specific phobias. Okay, what are your... what are your phobias? What are your phobias? Ooh. Yeah, I guess I am claustrophobic as well, but you know, I don't think about that much. But occasionally, like when I'll see those cave videos, I'll get a little claustrophobic. But I don't think about being stuck with that all that often. What is that movie? I'm looking for a movie. What's the movie called? Oh, it's called Peterson. That's what it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've never had an issue with needles. I've always been down, pretty down to like. Let me see. You can't even. Yeah, I guess you can see. I've never really had that much of an issue with blood. Needles are a little creepy, but like they don't hurt that bad when they go in. So I've never had that much of an issue with them. Okay, let's do. Okay, I like this side coming down like that. Let's do that. Let's have this side be the one that's behind her face. And then have this one maybe the one that's cutting across her face a little bit. Well, Marionette, have you ever seen those cave videos where people will go in like really tight caves and just for the sake of it? Okay, I don't like this right here. This doesn't make a lot of sense. So maybe I'll look for her ear, and then we'll see where we go from there. Yeah, the cave videos make me a little uncomfortable, but really, are you a pass out person? Are you a pass out as soon as you see blood kind of person? Oh, I was asking, are you a pass out kind of person? Like, do you pass out the second you see blood? That would be crazy. Okay. I've seen you. I've seen. This is an interesting story, but one time. Hold on a second. There was one time when I was giving blood at my college. So I was in the chair waiting to give blood, and then they put the needle in my arm, right? And so I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling fine. I had like a juice box or whatever. And then the girl across from me is also giving blood, and she's quite a bit younger. I think she was like, I don't know how old she was, but like she was like definitely a little bit younger. And this they put the needle in her, and she was like laying on the bed, and then all of a sudden she just passes out, and these nurses come around and they're like yelling, they're trying to wake this girl up, and I'm like, dude, what? Then I'm worried about myself. I'm like, dude, am I gonna pass out in a couple seconds? But I was fine, and she was fine. But I don't know. I was kind of worried. I was kind of worrying. All right, there's her. We need to have him be somewhere like, let's see, how are we gonna do this? Yeah, she passed out really quickly. It was just random. It must be awkward to wake up though, and everyone's like over you, looking at you. Is there a meme about about passing out? But yeah, I've never been a blood too worried about blood. I guess it is really weird. Like it's a really weird sensation to like have your blood taken out of you, like for blood drives and stuff. It was kind of a weird sensation, but I almost liked it. I liked it a little bit. Oh, I guess I don't know. I mean, maybe that's a weird thing to say. But I don't mind. I gotta give blood again sometime. I'll do a shorter magazine for this one. There we go. I don't know the meme you're talking about. Maybe I've seen it. I'm not sure. Where someone passes out. Thanks, Lorenzo. Literally, she just like it was actually so. It wasn't. I wasn't so worried about the fact that she passed out. I mean, I was worried for her, but like, it was the fact that the nurses like were yelling, to, like get this girl to wake up. That was like the weird part. It was like very strange hearing them be so like out of sorts, and like you would think they'd be calm and like they got this under control, but they were really, really out of it. Like really struggling to get this girl to wake up. We're gonna have to change his pose a little bit sometime. But I guess this is what we got for now. All right, let's put some color on this real quick. I'm not sure. I don't know if I've seen that one. I'm so out of the loop with certain memes. I can't do much. Every minute seems like all right. I thought it might be cool to do like a monochromatic thing too. So we'll do that here in a second. Let's see. I passed out one time too, but it was a very different circumstance. Or I guess I got knocked out. I guess you could say it wasn't really passed out. I was at I was at baseball practice one time, and my coach was hitting ground balls to us like really really fast. And these ground balls are like coming at us super. They were just coming at us super fast, and there was like rocks on the ground. And if you never played baseball, like before they let you play, they like rake up all the dirt and stuff so the ball doesn't hit and pop up. But no one did that for us because it was just practice. So our coach is hitting us these ground balls really hard, and these balls are going really fast at us. And one of them, I go to get it, it pops up in my face, and the last thing I remember is waking up like with people talking around me. I don't know how long I was out, but I think it was long enough. It's probably too long. Oh, okay, okay. Well, yeah, I think that's caring. That's a really caring trait. That's caring. I don't like blood. It's really weird, but typically I'll be okay. One time I guess I could say I am a little bit claustrophobic because I do freak out a tad. I've been like stuck in a couple spots. Well, one time I was stuck in my car. Like I got my wrist, or I got my what's this called? What's this little bit? The little like elbow bit on the side. I got that stuck in my car underneath my seat, and I couldn't get out for a second, and that kind of had me freaked out. So I guess if I have any phobia, it's probably claustrophobia. I got nailed with that ball. I don't know why my coach was hitting them way too hard for us. We were like kids too, so. But whatever, it is what it is. Yeah, but ever since then, I was a little like shy when it came to like fielding ground balls and stuff because it was just so. It never occurred to me how dangerous baseball was until like that happened. I was just playing like just. Yeah, I guess I just never thought about how dangerous it could be to get hit by a ball, but it put me out cold. So yeah, I was scared of baseball since then. I actually still enjoy baseball. Like I still every now and again I go hit baseballs at the park, and that's really fun. But like fielding ground balls, I'm not in the mood for that. I played football after that, and I think football was like the most I ever had. Like my body hurt. Yeah, football is probably the most I ever had. Like my physical body and my head like ache afterwards. I played rugby, and rugby was when I was like the most mentally scared of, was playing rugby. But football like just actually like was a pain. Like it physically hurt your body. Like your knees would be messed up, your back would be messed up. You'd work out like every other day. All for nothing, because we kept losing too. So I don't know why. We were practicing like so much, and we just kept losing though. Um, have you ever been in the middle of the ocean? Have you ever been in a big body of water? I guess that's a good question to ask. Have you ever been in like a big body of water that's like you can't see the bottom of it? Oh, you know what else I'm scared of? Space. A space is really intimidating, I think, to me. Which I guess it's a good thing I would never have to do it, but going into space is like creepy. I don't mind this. How this is kind of looking. Definitely need to refine everything. I really like having her on this side. As opposed to having her like in the middle or on the right. I really like having her on this side than having. We need to fix this figure too. Like this figure is all kinds of wonky, but I like having her on this side for sure. So I don't like the deep ocean. I don't know what's under the deep ocean or anything like. But I imagine I'm a mechanic, like a shark with short teeth, whatever. Just imagine being in the middle of the ocean. Well, there is no one there in the middle of the ocean. Well, I guess that would be it. I guess I see what you mean. Like you get stranded. Well, have you ever been? I'm not sure if you've ever been tubing. You've been tubing. But when I was younger, my friends took me out tubing. So you're like on a little tube. It's like this. Like you're. So there's a big boat, like this. Big boat, whatever. They have the. There's the boat, and then they have you. All your friends are back here, like laughing and playing, whatever. And they have you on the back of this boat, on a little tube, a little inflatable tube, and they pull you along. And the idea is you have to stay in the tube, but when they start going really fast and turning and stuff and like whipping you around, And so eventually you fall out. Like that's the goal, I guess, and you're stuck. And then there you are, stuck in the water, waiting until they turn all the way around and come back to you. So I did that one time. That was fun, but it was also really scary. But I think I would probably do it again. I'd probably do it again if I had the right friends. It was like really nerve-wracking, but I think it's worth doing. And I wouldn't mind doing it again. The tip of this paintbrush is starting to get a little bit bent. Yeah, it's creepy, but you gotta just, I mean, yeah, I guess you just gotta trust your friends at that point that they'll come around and get you. And they give you a life vest and everything, so you're pretty good. You're pretty safe. Pretty, I say pretty. You're not like 100% safe, but it's fun. Maybe we'll do them a little smaller like that. I was just a kid, so I just did anything. I feel like I've gotten less like adventurous, or not adventurous, but like less willing to do potentially dangerous things now that I'm older than I was back then. Like roller coasters were I loved roller coasters back when I was younger. But I think, yeah, I don't know, the idea that I could like lose my life as something as stupid as a roller coaster makes me not really want to do them. But when you're a kid, you have the illusion that you're like invincible. So I kind of ran with that. Is there a time that you were just watching a video and something like makes you have having the urge, just pick at it or rip it off, whatever it is? Like you're saying, like pick at your skin? Let me think. I think I have. I think I'm pretty sure I've had stuff like that that's just so like uncomfortable. But I just can't think of anything off the top of my head. I used to watch those videos about tryptophobia, I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure if you guys know what that is, but it's like a fear of small holes. Like a fear of a collection of small holes. And that stuff used to make me like itch, so I guess that's close. It used to make me like feel so uncomfortable and so like so out of my own skin. What if we did this? What if the whole bottom of the page is like this color instead of being white, like the top? But yeah, tryptophobia used to be like, they used to really gross me out. It doesn't so much anymore. I don't know. So that doesn't really make me feel any kind of way anymore. But yeah, those small holes, like collections, like the low. Actually, you know what? It does make me itch because I'm starting to itch right now talking about it. Yeah, I'm gonna stop just in case anyone else is conflicted with that as well. But yeah, I guess gross stuff like that kind of makes me feel weird. Have you ever like seen those tryptophobia things? I think it's called tryptophobia. Maybe just speaking out of my mouth, out of my neck, but I think it's called tryptophobia. Okay, I feel comfortable with where we're at right now. Well, I mean, anytime I've ever been in the ocean, it's been like dark blue or dark green, and like you really can't see the bottom that well, unless you're in like Hawaii. Let's see, what if he has like a shadow? Let's put this here. I think this is the last thing I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna get off and enjoy the rest of my Saturday. Let's put down a shadow real quick. Okay, I really like this one. This one's promising. We've gone through so many. Let me grab them. We've gone through so many different like ideas for the cover, but I really think this one is promising. This one is starting to look like something I would actually publish and be proud of. So yeah, we're gonna keep at this one. I think I'm gonna do another like rendition of it, and then maybe go for a final one soon someday. It could be this weekend. I don't know. Who knows? And I think we need to add in the plane, and then that's it. Also, if you guys are still watching, it's been an hour, so I'd be surprised. But I have a video coming out tomorrow. Plein air. We're gonna be having a little philosophical talk as usual. And yeah, it should be really fun. More painting, or painting outside, so that's always fun. And yeah, I'm gonna look a plain silhouette. Real quick, just to put this in. There we go. That's better. Let's put it right here. Are you afraid of pools, Marionette? Are you afraid of like swimming in pools, or is it's just big ocean spaces? But all right, there we go. It looks like kind of like a star, but I'll wait a little bit for your answer, then we're gonna get off. This was like one of the better streams I think I've had. Better like actually being productive, actually getting what I plan to get done. So I know I need to do 2 things. One, we need to find a good reference for her face. So Elaine, face, ref. We need to find a better pose for this guy because he looks good, but he looks like maybe a little off. So Andrew, pose, ref. And then, I don't know, I love this. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're almost close to where we need to be. Yeah, I wasn't scared of much of anything when I was a kid. Except for like stupid stuff like mermaids and clowns and the live action Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers. But whatever. All right. I'm so glad you guys watched. Thank you, Marionette, for chatting with me. Thank you, Adonis. Thank you. Who else came by? Lorenzo. Thanks, Lorenzo. Thanks, Artwork Fan. Thanks, Ash. Oh, snap, Ash. Dude, I didn't even see Ash. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even see Ash comment. Okay. Man, okay, I'm sorry. That was so early. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ash. No, it's okay. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. I can definitely read through the code, read between the lines. But all right, thank you guys so much. This has been great. I'll see you guys later. New video tomorrow. Bye, guys.